Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Vishaka. I'm studying in the ninth standard in National English Public School. And as a part of my community service project, I'm going to give a small presentation on e-waste awareness. So what is e-waste? E-waste doesn't have a particular definition as such, but any electronic gadget which is no longer in use and you can't use it anymore and it's a waste, it's called an e-waste. And e-waste can range from small cells to large computer units which can't be used anymore. Why is e-waste so harmful to us? And I would also like to inform you that e-waste is known as a hidden problem because not a lot of people know about the harmful effects of e-waste. Why is it harmful? As we know, a lot of electronics have many elements such as mercury, lead and cadmium which help them work. And when we dispose of such waste, this is also being disposed. And these elements are highly toxic and they harm the environment. Currently in India, e-waste is being landfilled. So they bury it in the ground and these elements tend to seep into the ground and harm the environment because of soil toxicity. And the food we eat is getting harmed by this. Not only our food, also the water we drink because we depend on bore wells and the groundwater for our needs. So our food and water is being harmed and our life as a whole is being harmed here. I would like to take an example of a place called Gayu in China. It's the largest e-waste dumping site and most of the people there suffer from respiratory ailments. The problem is that the effects, the hazards in this area can't be contained because these elements spread throughout the spread and now it's Gayu, next it will be places near Gayu and then other places and the radius of the spreading will increase. So more people will be affected by this. Now I would like to ask you, what can we do about this problem? See, there's no proper way of disposing and it's become a very huge issue. So we prefer not to generate this waste at all. And we can do this only by taking care of our electronics. A lot of times we neglect small things which end up affecting the electronics and it ends up destroying the electronics as a whole. For example, we often charge our phones in the night and we go to sleep and we wake up about after 6 or 7 hours. So our phone is plugged in for 6 or 7 hours, which is very bad. This destroys the battery life of the phone and then we'll have to replace the battery or sometimes we decide to buy a new phone. So here we're generating e-waste. So we should, and most phones require only 1 hour to half an hour about time for charging. And after that the battery is full and we can use it and we should only charge our phones or other electronics when it's necessary and not have it plugged in all the time. So like this we can love our electronics and make sure they don't become waste. Another thing is a lot of times even when we have a perfectly working computer or a desktop, we decide that we'll buy a new one. Instead of this, we can always upgrade the software or add more memory to this gadget so that we're not generating any waste. See, we always prefer not to generate waste, but that's not always the case. Sometimes we do generate, and the thing is we have to dispose of it properly. Otherwise, we are harming ourselves and nobody else. So, one of the first steps we must take is segregating our waste. We put the cells into the dry waste bin, and which is bad because, like I said, cadmium cells and a lot of them contain these elements. The cells do say that they don't leak, but then after a certain period of time they start leaking, and this is absorbed by the other waste which is also put in the same bin. So again, not only are we putting it directly into the earth, the other waste which are either burned or again landfilled are also adding to this problem. So we must segregate the waste. Another thing is giving our waste to the right people. We don't really know what is happening, what our government is doing with this waste. So we can't really make sure that it's the right thing is happening. So because a lot of times they either sell these wastes to other people who may not know what to do with this and might dispose of it in the wrong way. So when this happens, the whole all the effort we put into segregating our waste, it's gone. So I would recommend giving it to the right people who are specialized in knowing what to do with such waste. And I know there's this company called bin bag. You can either drop off your waste or they'll come and collect it. And since e-waste is not generated on a regular basis, such companies, it can be a monthly or a weekly thing where you can just drop off our waste or they can come and collect it, and we can talk to them about what they do. And they have a full transparency policy, in the sense they'll tell you exactly what is happening, and you can contact them at any time and they will let you know what is happening with your waste currently. So when we give it to people who know what they're doing, we are also getting some awareness from them, and also we have that feeling that we're doing the right thing. When I was giving the same presentation to another group of audience, one of them said that they had given their e-waste to a paper vendor who then went and sold it to a scrap vendor. There is no problem in doing this as long as we know that the scrap vendor is doing the right thing. But since this is very hard to keep track of, companies who are certified are better to approach. I would like to end by saying that we need to work together to get rid of this problem, and it should no longer be called a hidden problem, and more people should know about the harmful effects, because a lot of chemicals are involved and they directly threaten us because they poison our food and water. So I hope that you have got some information from me today, and you will also be a messenger of spreading this message. Thank you so much.
Wonderful.